I was just thinking, Gary Hartford, snowshoe hare hunter. Maybe I could just snowshoe hare hunt because it's so fun to say. And then you guys could be like, hey, you seen that new episode of this of Gary Hartford, the snowshoe hare hunter? And people would be like, what? Gary Hartford, the snowshoe hare hunter? Well, tell me when it's on. What channel is it? It sounds simply amazing. And it will never happen, I'll tell you that much. It's just fun to say. Just was sitting here thinking, snowshoe hare hunter. It'd be a great show. I'd like to just see it on the menu. But anyway, it'll never happen because little you guys know, maybe I brought up, I used to, we raised rabbits. And my grandpa did too, but my grandpa was like, he was like, sometimes my dad on steroids. My dad was just a hell of a farmer. He'd run over a cat, and I'd be like, no! And I'd just freak out. I love cats. And he'd be like, doggone it. What the hell did you get? You got to get the hell out of the road. I'm like, you ran over, Muffin, or whatever their name may be. We had them all named. And he just would run over him, and he'd feel bad, I think I told you that, but he just, okay, well, I felt bad, and now, I got to go fix that plow. Boy, what the hell's going on with that damn thing? It's just not correctly working properly, and he'd start thinking, and he'd just, come on, we'll bury him later. Put him over there alongside there, nothing will bother him there. And let's get this plow fixed, and we'll bury Muffin or something. And I'm just like, and the other animals are walking over there, like the dog especially, just sniffing them. And the dog was close to all these cats too. It wasn't the type of dog that chased cats around. Oh, my sister, she would like flip out. My dad would be like, here, grab the cat by the tail there and bring it over and drag it over and put it behind that wood pile there so your sister doesn't see it, and your mother. And I'd be like, so I would. But I, sometimes, that's how I follow my dad's, everything he says. I remember I have a cat that I knew by the tail. And, but then other times, like, I only did that one time. And then all the other times I would take that cat and I would pick it up, like, with respect, because I loved it. And my dad never said anything, but he'll go grab the cat by the tail and do this or do that, so your sister and mother doesn't see that. They don't need to see that. So anyway, then I would pick them up, like underneath them, and just, like hold them, and they're just like, and I'm just like, God. As a kid, I'm just like, oh, it's a dead animal, and it's dead. It was just alive, a second ago, and now it's dead. And just your mind is, even now that happens to me. I'm just like, wow. Even with animals, I'll shoot a deer, and they're just beautiful lying there, and I'm just like, wow, I got venison, and I can make some mittens or something out of the hide, and boy, look at these horns. I can, have them, and wow, I wish I could afford mounting the whole head, but I can't ever afford that. And someday. And anyway, I do respect, kind of like Indians, American Indians, with nature and how they don't want any animal go to waste, and they just kind of really respect nature and living off nature. And I do feel like that, even though, I could just buy my meat, and stuff, but I really do love venison. But once it's dead, and I just laying there, I just kind of like pet it, and just really savor the moment of, of finally getting a deer, gonna have venison, and what a beautiful animal. But I still think, wow, I just killed something. I know my dad, my uncle, and my grandpa. If I ever said that, they'd be like, "What? What kind of thinking is that? We're hunting. This puts meat on the table. You can't be thinking like that." I can't help it. But I keep my mouth shut. It's come out a couple times, but boy, yeah, my grandpa, I brought up to my dad and grandpa both one time. My uncle, he was probably at the bar. But, yeah, they just, super nice guys, but they just, hunting was hunting, and boy, they just were kind of, I could tell the way they're looking at me pretty serious, like, hey, don't look at it that way. That's not like that. And I know where they're coming from. Otherwise, I really wouldn't hunt. But still, a part of me is what I'm saying. The older I get, you think about it, Especially, I lost my dad, lost my grandpa, lost my uncle, lost my cousin, lost all the Hartfords, and like just a couple of us left. Well, you start thinking about death more when you start losing people around you. We got to get out there. It's still early. It's around 11 o'clock, so I mean, it's not like it's 3. But we got to get some footage, and I bet you that Willow River is going to be beautiful back there. Yeah, I think you know. But those of you that watch the show probably knows the next thing I'm going to say. It has to do with out there on the trail. Tracks. Wolves. Let's check out the wolf tracks, because they're out there. I might see some rabbits. A beautiful day. It just got done raining. I almost didn't come out here. I almost stayed home, and I haven't been home. I've been just out seeing my daughter, and she's about to pop. She's huge. Her feet are all swelled up now. You press on her calves or on her feet, they turn like white. You can see her handprint. It's all this pressure, and her hands are swollen up, and she's got like a month and a half to go or so, and about a month and a half. And yeah, and she's still working. It's unbelievable. I've been there. I had to work on a Saturday, and I'm seeing my mom, and it just takes a lot of time. And now I'm bound determined to go hunting, and put on the next show. So here we are, and Cylon hasn't produced anything, but there's still something about it, and it's close, and it's private. It's just I never run anybody out there, just that one time, and I had to pretend I'm on the phone. So yeah, that was right before I spread my uncle's ashes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then I heard this ringing right before I was going to do it, and here I'm like, what? Is this a sign? Is my uncle saying like yes or no or whatever about spreading the ashes? Because my dad and I hunt there, but my uncle, I'm going to spread my dad there too, so right in the same spot, so they'll be together. I know I got to go to commercial again. I'm out, I haven't talked to you in a while. I'm just rambling on here a little bit, but something funny real quick, and we'll go to a commercial. I swear it. I still got my uncle in here. He's behind the seat in that bag. I mean, he hasn't left. He's been here I'm moving tools around, and I'm always like every week or week and a half or something, I'll stumble upon him. I'll need something back there, because most of my tools are on the job site. So, but I'll be digging around. I'm like, what's in this bag? And I'm like, oh, my uncle. So, anyway, so I'll talk to him in that bag. How my job's going, or what I got myself into usually. But let's go to a commercial break, and hopefully the next time I turn this camera on, we're going to be in those woods, because there's some beautiful areas back there. It's that what I don't know if you remember one of my earlier episodes, and at the stream, and the little river. It's like a little creek, and it's just, yeah, I'm anxious to get back there. So you're watching the Gary Hartford Show, and we'll be back shortly.